Number one, the big thing present in the cytoplasm, the nucleus. And अगर आप और न्यूक्लियस की मिसाल इस तरह से है कि अगर आपके जैसे मेरा ये स्टूडियो एक कमरा है, इसके अंदर मैं एक हाथी लाके खड़ा कर दूं तो वो न्यूक्लियस इतना ज़्यादा वो स्पेस ऑक्यूपाई करता है इनसाइड द सेल, तो इतना वो न्यूक्लियस जो है स्पेस सेल के अंदर ऑक्यूपाई करता है. ठीक है. अच्छा, न्यूक्लियस के अलावा लेट्स मूव फॉरवर्ड. वी हैव ऑर्गेनेल्स which is a type of the organelle which is called the endoplasmic reticulum. Endoplasmic reticulum. Endoplasmic reticulum. Alright? ये कहाँ पे आपको मिलेंगे? देखिए, look at this. Now, I have drawn two structures like this inside the cytoplasm. Okay. ठीक है. Now, endoplasmic reticulum basically are of two types that are present inside the cell. All right. One of those you will find in close association with the nucleus. मैं भी डिटेल कराऊंगा, अभी सिर्फ आप स्ट्रक्चर देख लीजिए, डिटेल मैं आपको बताता हूँ, थोड़ी देर में बताता हूँ. ठीक है. एक जो टाइप होता है एंडोप्लाज्मिक रेटिकुलम विच इज क्लोजर टू द न्यूक्लियस, दैट इज नोन एज द रफ एंडोप्लाज्मिक रेटिकुलम. RER, मैं शॉर्ट फॉर्म यूज कर रहा हूँ, RER, विच इज बेसिकली रफ. R स्टैंड्स फॉर रफ. ऑलराइट. द अदर वन is known as smooth endoplasmic reticulum. Smooth endoplasmic reticulum. Both have different functions, by the way. All right, we discuss them later. So over here, when you look at the rough endoplasmic reticulum, what you look at? See. With the rough endoplasmic reticulum, what you look at is, when you look at them, you see that they have these granules spread all over them. All over this structure, we can see I've made these dots. These are basically small little dots, granules, which we discuss later what they are, and they are present on the endoplasmic reticulum. All right. So this one, because when you look at it under the microscope, the endoplasmic reticulum, this one looks like gives you an impression of being rough. कि ये एक rough surface है. And because it's a rough surface under the microscope that you look at, that's why it's known as a rough endoplasmic reticulum. Smooth mein, because there are no granules present, so under the microscope when you look at them, you say, okay fine, this structure is smooth or homogeneous. It does not have those granules over it, that's why they appear to be smooth. That's why this structure is known as the smooth endoplasmic reticulum. Alright. Now, the other structure that is present inside within the cytoplasm. Take लीजिए. You see these rod-like structures. Some are spherical, some are rod-like structures. All right. ये देख लीजिए. Now these structures, which are some are rod, some are spherical in shape. These structures are known as mitochondria. Mitochondria. Very important organelle, also known as the powerhouse of the cell. But मैं अभी इस डिटेल में नहीं जा रहा हूँ, मैं थोड़ी देर में बताता हूँ. ठीक है. Mitochondria. Apart from mitochondria, you will see small little dots which are scattered within the cytoplasm, like this. All right. And these small little structures are known as the ribosomes. All right, these are the ribosomes. Now, for the time being, we'll wait here. We'll stop here for the time being. We're going for a break. We'll see you after a small little break. Thank you very much. Welcome back. Before the break, we were doing the structures inside the cell, and the last thing that we did was the ribosomes. Ribosomes से आगे let's continue from here. Ribosomes के बाद we have another structure or organelle which is present inside the cytoplasm, and that organelle basically you will find that organelle around the edges of the cell membrane. Why? I'll tell you later. That organelle which you will find around the edges, and you see these small little spherical structures coming out or pinching off from the sides of that organelle. This organelle is known as the Golgi complex. Golgi complex, Golgi apparatus, both are the same things, लेकिन ये आपको मिलेंगे at the edges of the cell membrane. जो आपका सेल है उसके बिल्कुल edges पे आपको नजर आएंगे. इसकी भी वजह है कि क्यों नजर आएंगे. ठीक है जनाब. अच्छा, गोल्जी कॉम्प्लेक्स के बाद अच्छा राइबोसोम्स का लिया, माइटोकॉन्ड्रिया, एंडोप्लाज्मिक रेटिकुलम, गोल्जी कॉम्प्लेक्स. इसके अलावा हमारे पास एक कुछ और स्ट्रक्चर्स मौजूद होते हैं विच आर प्रेजेंट अराउंड द न्यूक्लियस, वेरी क्लोज टू द न्यूक्लियस. एंड दो स्ट्रक्चर्स अगर आप देखें गौर से तो यू सी इस तरह के स्ट्रक्चर्स नजर आएंगे. दिस स्ट्रक्चर इज नोन एज सेंट्रियोल. सी इफ यू कैन centriole or centrioles. They are basically present in pairs, and these centrioles play a very important role in cell division. बाद में discuss करते हैं. But remember one thing: the region of the cytoplasm where these centrioles are present, that region or that area of the cytoplasm is known as the centrosome. All right. So centrosome is that region or that area where the centrioles are present. I hope this is clear to all of you. All right. Now, see, so this is the whole structure of the cell. You have the nucleus, you have the endoplasmic reticulum, rough and smooth, and you have the ribosomes which are scattered inside the cytoplasm. You have the mitochondria, you have the Golgi complex, and you have the centrosome containing the centrioles. All right. Now, let's move on further and let's take each and every organelle individually and let's discuss them. The nucleus. All right, very important. See, I hope you will understand this diagram better now, especially after what I've drawn earlier. If you look at this diagram, what would you see? And this diagram is labeled as well. So good, right? That's a good thing. Now you see you have the whole cell which is shown to you. You can see the nucleus in the center. Remember, nucleus is the largest organelle of the cell. Nucleus is the largest organelle of the cell, and around the nucleus you can see the Golgi apparatus, the rough endoplasmic reticulum, which is associated with, you see these dots which are here, these are the ribosomes actually. All right, these are the ribosomes, and ribosomes are associated with the endoplasmic reticulum, and it is the ribosomes that give you that granular appearance, and that's why these are known as the rough endoplasmic reticulum. So you have the granules on that, the ribosomes. This is called the rough endoplasmic reticulum. You have the mitochondria, the rod-shaped structures are the mitochondria. All right, okay, and then you can see the centrioles here. Not very clear on this diagram, but I have a better diagram to show to you. But these are centrioles which are in close association with the nucleus, and this area is known as the centrosome. So the area containing the centrioles is called the centrosome. One more thing to understand here, to actually observe in this diagram is, and this point I'll discuss it later. Okay, you have the ribosomes, which I told you will be scattered, and the ribosome which you see in groups. All right, and there are ribosomes which are associated with the rough endoplasmic reticulum. ये क्यों होते हैं और इनका क्या-क्या functions हैं, अभी हम थोड़ी देर में discuss करते हैं. एक और चीज़ जो आप यहाँ पे देख सकते हैं, ये बहुत ही simple सा diagram है. एक cell membrane आप देख सकते हैं. You have the cell membrane itself. Now, जो plasma membrane, the other name for cell membrane is the plasma membrane as well, which is bounding the whole cytoplasm and the cell itself. Now, let's observe the nucleus closely. अभी सब छोड़ दीजिए, सारा focus आप इस पे करें, nucleus पे. What does the nucleus do? Number one, the nucleus is the largest organelle of the cell. All right. Okay. Now, the nucleus is bounded by a nuclear membrane. All right, because nucleus is something kind of similar to the cell membrane, but वो nucleus को क्योंकि bind करता है, nucleus को एक जगह पे रखता है, that's why that's known as the nuclear membrane. All right, ये जो area आप देख रहे हैं, this portion, this is the nuclear membrane. इनसाइड इट आप न्यूक्लियर मेम्ब्रेन के साथ साथ आप देखें, यू कैन सी येट अनदर राउंड स्ट्रक्चर विच इज़ प्रेजेंट इनसाइड द न्यूक्लियस. दिस राउंड स्ट्रक्चर is known as the nucleolus. This is known as the nucleolus. मैं आपको लिख के बता देता हूँ, फिर हम तस्वीर दोबारा से कर लेंगे. This is known as the nucleolus. Alright, this is an E. My bad here, but anyways, nucleolus. Nucleolus, nucleolus. And it has its functions as well. Apart from the nucleolus, if you look at the nucleus closely in a microscope, what we'll see is we'll see these long strands, all right, long very thin strands जो हम उसमें देख सकते हैं. These strands जो इसमें नहीं दिखाया गया, मेरे पास एक और डायग्राम है, मैं उसमें आपको दिखा देता हूँ. long strands that you can see inside the nucleus, those strands make up the chromatin network. तस्वीर दोबारा जाएगी, मैं आपको लिख के बता रहा हूँ. That's known as the chromatin network, and this is the chromatin network which will later during cell division they will turn into chromosomes. All right, they will turn into chromosomes. So coming back to our diagram again, so chromatin network आपका हो गया. You have the nucleolus inside the nucleus, you have the nuclear membrane binding the bounded which is around the nucleus. And apart from these, the chromatin network I told you about already. So ये तमाम चीज़ें होती हैं वो nucleus के अंदर होती हैं. Another thing which is present inside the nucleus is again a gel-like structure which is known as the nucleoplasm. All right, that is called the nucleoplasm. Fluid होता है, gel-like structure present inside the nucleus, और उस gel-like structure के अंदर you have the nucleus and you have the nucleolus and the chromatin network which is basically suspended in that gel-like structure, and that is called the nucleoplasm. All right, this is as far as the nucleus is concerned and the structure of the nucleus. Now, nucleus क्या function क्या है? Very important function. The nucleus is like the brain of the cell. Alright, you take out the brain in a human body, that human will die. और या किसी जानवर के से आप दिमाग निकाल दें, वो मर जाता है. Similarly, the nucleus is again, like I said, the largest organelle. If you take out the nucleus, the cell will die. So again, vital. What does the nucleus do? The nucleus, like I said, is the brain of the cell. It controls all the activities that take place inside the cell. All right. Substances coming in, passing out, the chemical reactions taking place inside the cell, all of them are controlled by the nucleus. Another thing what the nucleus does is, during cell division, when the cell divides, the nucleus plays a very important role during that cell division, and the presence of a nucleus is very important for that. So we can say that for the growth of the nucleus, for the growth of the cell or division of the cell, the nucleus is very important. Another function, a very important function, what does the nucleus contain? It contains chromatin network. The chromatin network during cell division forms chromosomes, and the chromosomes contains the DNA. This DNA contains what? It contains all the information, all the characteristics that are carried to us by our parents and by our ancestors. जो parents हैं, parents के parents हैं, उनसे जो characteristics आ रही हैं, वो तमाम चीज़ें जो होते हैं वो उस nucleus के अंदर in the form of chromosomes होती हैं. So ये बहुत एक important function है nucleus का. उसके अलावा I told you about the structure, the nucleolus. Nucleolus जो होता है वो थोड़ा सा उसका function complicated है, but इतना समझ लीजिए कि nucleolus helps us और it helps in the formation of ribosomes. Alright, आपको ribosomes देता है और एक ख़ास उसका part होता है ribosomes का जो nucleolus बनाता है. तो I am not going to go into that detail right now. That's not your level also. But इतना समझ लीजिए nucleolus जो होता है वो आपको ribosomes बना के देता है. ठीक है जनाब? तो ये तो as far as your nucleus is concerned, the functions of the nucleus and the structure of the nucleus. आगे चलते हैं. Cytoplasm. मैंने पहले भी डिस्कस किया था, बट आपको मैं दोबारा एक दिखा दूं कि साइटोप्लाज्म के अंदर किस तरह से सब चीज़ें जो हैं वो ऑर्गेनाइज्ड हैं. देख लीजिए. Now this is, I think this is a very nice picture which is showing you the cell itself.